works. Or like I know in the fucking textbook or like the fucking written proper little way to do it is like I'm supposed to fucking get a lawyer, right? But then there's definitely gonna be a time when I'm not gonna be able to be around him, like if it's joint custody or anything like that, like, and that's sketchy as fuck. Cause then who's she gonna bring here?
No, that's no, man. You you have a really good case to get full custody,
I know,
and
but what if
then
somehow I
she would
don't though?
have visitation. She would have to be supervised visitation. All you have to do is prove that she doesn't have his best interest at heart, and bringing him and locking him in a closet for a booty call proves that. Like
Yeah, that's the thing.
she doesn't have a fucking leg to stand on, man.
I don't know if it was locked in there though. Like you said, he was exploring.
In any event, it doesn't matter. Even if he was just chilling, it's a fucking pandemic. She's bringing her kid to a booty call, dude. Do you know how fucking white trash that sounds?
Yeah, I know. It makes like it's making my stomach sick right now. Just rehearing it. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe it. I feel like I'm in a fucking nightmare, man. Like I don't even know what to think right now.
It's brutal. It's fucking brutal.
Like what should I do right now?
You need to call a lawyer tomorrow. There's nothing you can do right now. Keeping your cool is what you do right now. You don't give her any fucking leverage to make it look like you're the bad guy. That's the best thing you can do right now. And you go and talk, you go shop around for a decent lawyer. And it's actually not gonna, I don't think it's actually gonna cost that much because it's so clear cut. Like if you actually have all the evidence you say you do,
I do.
it'll be like 1 or 2 days in court. Like it'll cost you like $1,500.
Yeah, it's not. That's not even the issue. The only issue is, like I said, like what if I don't get full custody? And like if like when I'm thinking like, okay, so this is all gonna go in the courtroom, and then they're gonna be like, okay, well, where are
They're
you
not
gonna?
gonna give someone custody that is putting a kid's health at risk. Like that's the biggest thing. Like that's not how the courts work, man.
No, I
Like
know. That is true, but then they're gonna ask me where I'm gonna take him to, right? And then, like, my pup is literally like fucking on his like fucking deathbed, and like won't go to a fucking nursing home, won't go to a hospital, and is literally like having accidents. So it's not really like the best place to take a kid right now.
you're gonna find an apartment.
Just like you're gonna find him.
Like what do you mean? Like you're gonna find a new place to live. Like you don't have to go to your nana and papa's. You just go find a fucking 2-bedroom apartment somewhere.
Yeah, I know, but going there would be the best case scenario because it's right at the lake. I can take my boat there. Like that's what's actually giving me motivation. If I'm thinking about an apartment or something like that, that literally gets me depressed. It's like what? I just went from owning fucking properties and shit and condos and shit. Then all of a sudden I'm a little
Well,
Jimmy.
then you go buy a condo or something. Like you do. Like I don't know, man. But like the way you're living now is not healthy.
Oh, that's for
Like, and
sure.
it's like also like she's doing shit that's like traumatizing your kid, man. Like that's
I
not
know.
good for him.
That's why I don't understand why she's doing it. Like, doesn't she understand this is gonna affect him? Like, if I fucking leave, and like then he doesn't see me,
She
like,
doesn't care, dude.
yeah, yeah, it's starting to become more obvious. Like even like when I hear someone else say it, it's like, yeah, it's,
Like I get that you like don't want to do it and like you want things to go back to how they were, but like she doesn't give a shit, dude. Like as a third party to this, like it's like very obvious to me. Like she doesn't give a fucking shit about you at all.
I know that's becoming more obvious. I don't understand what I did to make her feel like this. Like, it's really confusing. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is it? It's got to be drugs, right? Like, like what
Or
else?
just the high of like the cheating, like the thrill.
I guess. Oh my god. It's literally a nightmare. But I asked her, I'm like, have you been like secretly hating on me the whole time? Is that why your dad freaked out when we were moving and just like showed up and started calling me fucking all these names as I'm moving stuff into a fucking truck by myself, pretty much? Like, she's like, no. I'm like, well, yeah, that's starting to be the only thing that makes sense. Like, I thought he was just having a fucking mental fucking episode because like he wasn't gonna get to see us or like his grandson that as much as he was, right? Like I thought that's just as how he was dealing with it, but now I'm starting to wonder, like, was that him making an attempt to get me to snap there? Like, look like the bad guy there? You know what I mean? Like, to say the things that he said to me with no justified cause at all, doesn't make sense. Other than just playing on the fact that, oh, this guy's gonna be really tired and really stressed out, like he just fucking moved all the stuff in the U-Haul truck. And if I show up and start calling him names, he's probably gonna lose it, right? Like that's probably the mentality. Because they're probably like, he'll probably just snap. He's fucking getting screwed up. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna snap on an old man. Like it was irritating, but I just was like, what the fuck? I just kept moving stuff. Like, didn't bother me. Just ignored him. But now it seemed like that was an attempt way back then.
There's a slurp
Right
here.
Yeah, I just got one. And I got 2 splash things. Yeah, so.
You have slurp already? There's another slurp right there in there.
Nice. I meant like I just drank a big one, and then I had some more, so. But yeah, that's definitely what, like everything you said, that's sort of been going through my mind. But and then that's how I came to the conclusion, like it must be drugs or something, right? Like that's the only thing that I could picture that would make someone.
Like, do you keep moving your microphone away from your mouth?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, like when you move it away, I can't hear you. Like you're just, like, it's just muffled.
Is that alright? Can you hear me better here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the only thing that I can picture that would make someone do this and lose their mind like this would be drugs. Like the only thing
I
that
don't
makes
think it's
sense.
drugs, man. I think she's just a pothead, and it's the thrill of, like, being deceitful and shit.
Yeah, and having like people message her and being all sneaky.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let me get a little picture. Oh, yeah. Alright. I guess. Yeah, that sort of does make sense because, like, her dad was already, like, in a family, married, had 2 kids, and then just, like, left them when he was, like, 40 for her mom, who was, like, a teenager, like, barely 20.
There's people to our right up here.
So that's thrill seeking right there. I assisted you there. But you know what I mean? Like that was obviously a thrill seeking thing, right? Like the guy's already married with like someone that is basically his own age. And then has a house and everything, leaves that person for like a fucking 18 or 19 or 20-year-old, whatever you want to call it, and goes starts a new family, and that's how Brooklyn was born. That's like a midlife crisis or like a thrill seeking thing, right?
Yeah.
And so like that's possibly what she's doing too. Like maybe it's her little thrill seeking for her little midlife crisis. Somebody else already told me that, but they tried to be nice about it. Like, oh, maybe she's having a quarter life crisis. I'm like, no, quarter life. That would mean that she'd have to live to like 120. I know people are living longer these days, but I don't see that happening.
Alright, let's, we'll talk about this after. Pay attention and let's win this fucking thing.
Yeah, that's what keeps happening. I keep getting into like looking at all these crystals and getting hypnotized, and I'm like, oh, we're just talking. I don't know.
No, we get, like, just quickly, like, you should just really hold in your heart how you felt when your kid told you that, and then just always go back to that because, like, in a couple days you'll calm down and, like, be like, oh, like, maybe I can forgive her and like we can work on it. Just like hold that shit in your heart.
No, I'm already calm. Like it's not like I'm like, "Wah!" Like I am calm. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never forget that feeling, and it still bothers me because she still won't tell me where it was or what the person's name even is. Like, isn't that some
There's a
sketchy
blue
shit?
machine gun right here.
Yeah. Actually, I already got machine guns. I got the blue one that I like, and I got a fucking green RP rapid fire SMG.
There's another slurp right there.
Like, wouldn't that drive you nuts
People,
if your kid
I'd
told you
lose it,
if your
dude.
kid told you that mommy took them to see someone, and then not only did that piss you off, then she wouldn't say where
I'd
the
go get
person's
a
name
lawyer the very
or
next day.
even the town that it was in. Like, isn't that
No,
literally
dude.
trying to make someone like
I would.
redline them?
I'm
Like,
telling
fucking
you, man.
literally
What
gaslighting them?
I would lawyer up. The
Isn't
next
that
day,
literally
I'd go and talk
gaslighting
to a
someone?
fucking lawyer.
Like, that's literally gaslighting someone, right? Like making someone want to fucking snap right away.
Yeah.
And then if I would have snapped or broken anything, then she was gonna call the police and be like, "He's fucking breaking my stuff," and make me look like the bad guy, right?
Let's just chill in here for a bit. All right. We'll go to the lobby after this game and we'll talk. But let's pay attention just to the game and win this fucking thing.
Oh, I can talk and play. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just fucking venting, I guess, or whatever. Not even just. This doesn't make sense.
Sure it does. She's a piece of shit. It makes perfect sense. Like that's it. Like that's as simple as it needs to be. She's a piece of garbage, man, and she only cares about herself.
Clearly, and like that's why I'm thinking it's drugs because. But I guess it could be the thrill-seeking thing too. But like this person lives in an apartment, like, like it
You
doesn't make
would
sense.
know if she was doing hard drugs all the time.
But I'm starting
Like
to think that
you'd
because
be able
she's
to
all fucking
tell.
crazy. All of a sudden she's crazy in the mornings, bro. Like I'm dealing with like fucking a different person.
Well, then yeah, that's something.
Yeah. And when she was going on about that energy thing.
Yeah, well, that's just I just think that some girls are like into that hippy dippy shit. Like my sister's into that crap. So like I just don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, I know, but to like I like that stuff, I guess, but I wouldn't just use that like, oh, where'd you go for fucking 21.5 hours? I have a manifest energy. It's like,
I
what? It's like if someone's like, where the fuck did you go for 21.5 hours? I'm a cancer. Or, you know what I mean? Like just saying like some random thing. It's like, that's cool,
Yeah,
but what the fuck
no,
is
that's
this
just
about?
an excuse. That's just a really lame excuse.
Yeah.
No, man, I think you're like overthinking it. It's just she's just a piece of shit and she's getting off on the cheating aspect. Like that I think that's it. Then like maybe she's doing drugs, but like does that even matter? Like she's like even if like drugs are involved, she's okay with doing you dirty like this
Mm-hmm.
and
And to
putting
become
your kid and
honest.
the main thing is like she's putting your kid's life at risk, man. Like
Yeah.
legit and like scarring him.
Yeah,
And like
that makes me
he
sad when you say
like the
scarring.
other thing too is like I don't think we give kids credit for like how smart they are. And like how old's your kid? Almost
5.
6?
Yeah, he's gonna be 6 in August. And that's the thing. He's told me numerous times now, Daddy, I want to come with you. Because I told him earlier today, I said, if Mama keeps yelling and telling me that I have to leave, Cash, I'm gonna have to go somewhere. And I don't want to. Like, I love you and I want to stay with you forever. And I don't want to leave, but I can't listen to her yelling and screaming. And he said, I'm coming with you, Daddy, wherever you go. And it breaks my heart because I know she's gonna try to fucking stop it. And, like, I literally don't know what to do. And that's what I mean. Like, if I proceed with this, which I should, and that's the right thing to do, like, there's going to be a time when I can't be with him, and I know he doesn't want to be alone with her.
Well, that's all you have to talk about this stuff in court. And if you like it's easy for you to prove that she'll put his life in harm's way.
I
And
know.
if he's
It
saying
fucking
he
pisses me
wants to
off,
go
bro.
with you,
And she's literally
then
slapped him before, and
then
I literally snapped. I'm like, don't fucking slap my kid. And she tried to do it again. And then I literally had to get in between her, and then she fucking tries to hit me. Like, she's literally a fucking psychopath.
no, man, you gotta lawyer up and get your kid out of that situation.